What's up, y'all? It's Jakari, and I'm here with another video. Can y'all believe what time it is? It's literally, I'm literally recording this video at 3:30 in the morning. It's 3:30 in the morning, and I just felt like I wanted to record a video for y'all. So I'm going to be reacting to Dame Dash revealing why Aaliyah's case needs to be reopened. As we all know, Aaliyah died, and her death was just weird. So yeah, let's get into it. Click.
It looks like there's been some new evidence that Aaliyah's uncle, Barry Hankerson, was heavily involved in her alleged murder, and fans are saying that authorities need to investigate Aaliyah's whole family.
Barry, when Aaliyah died for a wrongful death, he got paid $90 million for her death.
$90 million. $90 million. Just goes to show you how people get over money.
Am I supposed to say that on TV?
Not only did Barry Hankerson introduce Aaliyah to R. Kelly when she was just 12, but according to new reports, he may have also been involved in the plot to take out Aaliyah and profit from her death. But why did no one question Barry about his connection to R. Kelly? Did Barry really put a hit out on his own niece?
Do you like teenage girls?
When you say teenage, how old are we talking?
Girls who are teenagers.
It's been 22 years since Aaliyah lost her life under suspicious circumstances, and there are still so many unanswered questions about her death. Recently, some new evidence popped up about the alleged involvement of Aaliyah's family in her death, and fans are pointing the finger at one family member in particular, her uncle, Barry Hankerson. In case you didn't know, Barry Hankerson is a record producer, manager, and founder of Blackground Records. He founded Blackground in 1993 specifically with the goal to sign Aaliyah after multiple record labels refused to sign her due to her young age. However, Barry, who was working with R. Kelly's manager at the time, decided to use his connection to Kelly to get a record deal for Aaliyah. Aaliyah was just 12 years old when Barry set up a meeting with Kelly and had Aaliyah sing for him.
Manager, who's her uncle?
So basically, her uncle like sold her. Basically sold her to the highest bidder, which is this man right here, R. Kelly. And we all know what R. Kelly did with Aaliyah, as he did with the other girls. Hold up, let me make sure this is on autofocus. Yeah, as he did with the other girls. The things people do for money, man, I tell you.
He told me to go up to Detroit and hear her sing. Once I got her to Detroit, I didn't have to hear her sing because she was glowing. I knew she had it. As soon as she started singing, that verified it. And from there, we became here, and everything is all good.
R. Kelly took the role of Aaliyah's mentor, and he helped her write and produce her first album, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, which was recorded when Aaliyah was just 14. Meanwhile, Barry continued working as Aaliyah's manager until 1995, when her dad, Michael Halton, took over. But despite having her uncle and her dad heavily involved in her career, Aaliyah had no real support system that could protect her. What R. Kelly was doing to Aaliyah was the textbook definition of grooming. But back then, everyone turned a blind eye to this. In 1994, R. Kelly and Aaliyah appeared together on BET. And when Aaliyah was asked to explain their relationship, she said that they were best friends. However, she didn't deny the dating rumors.
Everybody seems to think that y'all are either girlfriend or boyfriend, or cousins, or friends. let's just get the record straight.
Better go get me a white Jeep.
Well, no, we're not related at all. No, we're not. We're just very close. He's my best friend.
Yeah, cool.
Now, who found her in the whole wide?
Mind you, Aaliyah was just 15 years old at the time. Kelly then talked about how Barry invited him to Detroit to meet 12-year-old Aaliyah, and he said he didn't even have to hear Aaliyah sing because she was glowing.
Once I got her to Detroit, I didn't have to hear her sing because she was glowing. I knew she had it. As soon as she started singing, that verified it. And from there, we became here. Everything is all good.
But it gets worse. Check out R. Kelly's creepy expression when he says he can't remember ever actually working with Aaliyah.
Rob is great to work with because really it's not like we work because we're like really close. So it's like just fun, really. We just hang out, sing.
I don't ever remember working.
Yeah, it's just like fun.
Also, when the host asked Aaliyah how she came up with the title for her album, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, she nervously laughed before R. Kelly jumped in to say that the title was Aaliyah's idea.
Where'd the title of the album come from?
She's running around the studio one day with her friends, talking a lot of smack. I'm like, age ain't nothing but a number, girl. I'm like, what you trying to say?
However, when
Nah, we know that title of the album, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, was her basically letting the world know that, hey, you see me with this grown man, R. Kelly? Hold up. You see me with this grown man, R. Kelly. I want y'all to know that age ain't nothing but a number. Getting down ain't nothing but a thing. The love that I have for you, R. Kelly, it will never change. That was her telling the world, this is my man, and I'm going to stick beside him. I don't care how far we are apart in age, because age ain't nothing but a number. That was why she named the album Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. I mean, come on, let's keep it a buck. Let's call a spade a spade.
Aaliyah was asked to say her age, she said it was a secret.
For the record, you are how old? That's a secret.
A secret.
Women doesn't disclose her age.
Because she already knew once they found out her real age, if they didn't know already, they would call that man out for being a pedophile. He been a pedophile since before Aaliyah. He been like this.
Under wraps.
That's right.
But it wasn't
Cause what you doing with a little girl that you like? What can you get from a little girl that you can't get from a grown woman? That's what I don't understand about a lot of men. You go for young girls. What can you get from a young girl that you can't get from a grown woman? Aaliyah not even fully developed at 15. Believe it or not, most girls are not even fully developed until they hit maybe early 20s. I mean fully developed mentally and physically. Full breasts, full butt, mentally there, all the way there. Aaliyah's still a baby. I just want to say real quick that she was born a day before me. Her birthday's January 16th. My birthday's January 17th. But that's neither here nor there. She was a baby.
Because we all know Aaliyah was born in 1979, and this interview took place in 1994, which means that she was 15. And
Literally.
we also know the reason Aaliyah was scared to say her age was because the same year she and R. Kelly did this interview, Kelly illegally married her by using a fake birth certificate.
Yep.
During R. Kelly's criminal trial in 2021, Kelly's former backup dancer Angela testified that Kelly started abusing Aaliyah when she was 13 or 14, at least 1 year before they
Been
were
with the
married.
man.
Angela
Years.
told the jurors that Kelly controlled Aaliyah and his young backup dancers and never allowed them to leave the hotel without him while they were touring. She recalled how one time during a stop in Washington, D.C., she, Aaliyah, and a group of other girls made a trip to 7-Eleven. And when they returned, Kelly demanded that they sleep with him as punishment for disobeying his instructions. Robert told all of us we would have to put out, Angela said. Also adding that Kelly would often tell Aaliyah and other girls that sleeping in with
someone sits down next to you in a fight.
It's an ad, y'all. I just think this is so crazy. This man been grooming girls from the start. But I want to know how Dame Dash had a hand in her death. Because I heard, that's not the first time I heard that. So let's keep going.
with him was a form of paying their dues.
Or what's the reveal
Live
the case?
magazine later obtained the fake ID that Kelly used to illegally marry Aaliyah, and other witnesses said that Kelly did this because he believed Aaliyah was pregnant and feared that he would be prosecuted. Aaliyah's former boyfriend,
Yeah, of
Dave
course.
Dash, also later said that if people would have protected Aaliyah, so many other girls wouldn't have gotten touched. So why didn't people protect Aaliyah? Where was Barry Hankerson and Aaliyah's parents? Aaliyah was
in her bag. Literally, they was in her bag. They pimped their daughter out. I literally say this all the time. They pimped her out. They looked at Aaliyah was their way out of poverty or whatever. Aaliyah was their personal ATM. Aaliyah was their personal cash cow. They pimped this girl out, as a lot of celebrity parents do. Pimp their kids out. Sell their kids to the highest bidder. Who was going to pay my son, my daughter the most money? You can have them. Like Usher with Diddy. I'm going to get into that. It's going to be another video. Like Justin Bieber with Diddy. That's another video too. Who's going to pay the most for my son or my daughter? You can have them. Just as long as I get a little piece of the pie. I'm going to pimp you out, baby. We going to make this money. You going to make this money and we going to be good. Nah. Her parents and the people around her that were supposed to love her, protect her, and cherish her, and keep her, failed her. They failed her and let her go in the arms of this pedophile. Let's keep going.
Was signed to Barry's label until her tragic death in 2001. However, Barry repeatedly denied that he knew about R. Kelly and Aaliyah's relationship.
He lied.
He pointed the finger at his sister
He
and
lied.
Aaliyah's mother, Diane, claiming that she knew all about it.
Were you aware of the issues going on with R. Kelly when they were going on?
No.
He's lying.
I didn't have a clue. Completely ignorant to
How you didn't know, but you was managing your daughter before you brought her to the meetings? You're lying. You're a liar, and the truth is not in you.
Do you think anyone in the family was?
Yes. Yes, I think my sister knew a lot more than what we thought she
The
did.
whole family knew.
wasn't lying here because according to the surviving R. Kelly documentary, Aaliyah's parents knew that Kelly had married their underage daughter. However, they agreed to stay silent after Kelly offered to sell them the rights to his first 3 albums.
They failed
Both of
her.
Aaliyah's parents agreed that they wouldn't press charges against Kelly after the marriage was annulled and they signed an NDA. Journalist Jim DeRogatis, who uncovered the actual NDA that R. Kelly gave Aaliyah's parents, later said that the document was harrowing because it detailed the extent of the abuse Aaliyah has suffered at Kelly's hands. The NDA stated that Aaliyah's parents vowed not to pursue further legal claims for physical abuse. So it wasn't just an underage relationship, DeRogatis said. He hit her allegedly, according to that court document. So if Aaliyah's parents knew all about this, there's simply no way Barry Hankerson didn't know too.
Exactly. He's lying.
Was both R. Kelly's manager and the owner of Aaliyah's label. But
There you
just
go.
when we thought that this story couldn't get any more shocking, new evidence emerged that Barry may have been involved in Aaliyah's death. On August 22nd, 2001, Aaliyah flew to Miami to film dance scenes for her Rock the Boat music video, which was directed by Hype Williams. However, Hype suddenly decided to move the shoot to the Bahamas, and the following day, Aaliyah and several employees of Virgin Records flew to the islands. Damon Dash later said that he told Aaliyah not to go because it didn't make sense why Hype insisted on Aaliyah flying there.
And Damon Dash fucked on the... Damon Dash had effed on Aaliyah too. Just crazy, bro. Like, it's just no amount of money that you can pay me for me to be quiet. You groomed my daughter. You abused my daughter mentally and physically. And you want me to be quiet? You illegally married my daughter. And you want me to be quiet? And the parents took the money, signed the NDA, and didn't say anything? Couldn't be me. That just goes to show you the power of money. Money is the root to... Listen to me good. Money is the root to all sorts of evil. And they are a prime example. Because there's no way in hell I will ever let my daughter be in the hands of a pedophile. And the pedophile, as rich as R. Kelly was back then, and you pay me a settlement and tell me to keep my mouth shut. And I know you illegally married my daughter and you're abusing her. And you're grooming her. And you tell me to keep my mouth shut for a sum of money. And I sign the NDA and keep my mouth shut. Now when a documentary comes out, everyone is surprised. Man, please, get out of here.
Not only was Aaliyah terrified of planes, but Hype had everything he needed to shoot the video in Miami. And Dame believed that it was completely unnecessary to force Aaliyah to fly.
So when we got there, you know, Hype was making this video, and I was like, I know Hype. I just got off of
This mess.
Big Pimpin', where I had to cut the video. You know what I mean? Because he's like, that's been bread. So I was like, you know, he's gonna make you do another day. Don't do it. Trust me, it's just so he can spend money. You know. And sure enough, she came home that day, and I had a big house. I rented this house, and she's like, I'm going to, you know, bed. And I was like, I just thought that it wasn't necessary. You know, I knew that was going to happen. And then when she actually saw the plane, she, you know, we had the Blackberries. She said, I don't like this plane. And I was like, well, don't get on it. And she was like, well, I got to because I got work to do. She got on the plane, and she always had a very serious fear of planes in general. So she had to overcome a fear to get on that plane on the way there.
On August 25th, Aaliyah wrapped up the shoot in the Bahamas. However, when it was time to leave, she had a bad feeling after seeing the plane. According to journalist Kathy Ladoli's biography of Aaliyah refused to board the plane and told her team she had a headache. She then went back into her taxi cab and didn't want to get out, repeatedly saying that she didn't want to fly. However, someone from the team brought Aaliyah a pill, which turned out to be a tranquilizer. And after Aaliyah passed out, they carried her onto the plane. One eyewitness, whose family ran a taxi cab company, later revealed that Aaliyah's team literally took her out out of the van and she didn't even know she was getting boarded on a plane.
Set that girl up. Knowing I don't want to get on a plane. Knowing I have a fear of flying. Y'all drug me up. Y'all drug me up. Take my almost basically lifeless body because I have no control. Put me on the plane. Knowing I have a fear of planes and I had a bad feeling about this plane. They put the girl on the plane. Set the girl up. Set the girl up. Set her up.
Just moments after takeoff, the plane carrying Aaliyah and 8 other people crashed, killing everyone on board.
But her life, her dreams were taken away. On board the doomed Cessna, Aaliyah and 8 others, including a representative for Virgin Records and a makeup artist. Investigators say one of the engines apparently failed. They crashed just short of a runway on Abaco Island.
But get this. After Aaliyah died, Barry Hankerson filed a wrongful death suit, and according to former Blackground Records associate Ayatollah Marv, Barry received a $90 million settlement.
When Aaliyah died,
$90 million. Sorry, y'all. $90 million settlement. After Aaliyah died. Oh, he was waiting on that check. It lets me know that this was probably in his plan all along. Man, I want some money. I want some quick cash. I gotta get rid of her. Let me get rid of her and get the masters, get the money. Let me orchestrate something. Let me orchestrate something so I can be, in his case, $90 million richer. These people are sick. All for $1. All for $1.
I was with Barry when Aaliyah died for a wrongful death. He got paid $90 million for her death.
$90 million.
Am I supposed to say that on TV?
Too late.
Sue me. I ain't got nothing. I was with him on the negotiations. You know what I'm saying? Blackground Records. He's married to Gladys Knight.
I don't.
So he had Timberland, Genuine, Missy Elliott, and Aaliyah is his niece. You know?
Oh wow.
Aaliyah is his niece. So he got a settlement for $90 million.
Had all the people on the label.
Was that just for his rights or whatever he owned?
What she would have been able to make if she hadn't died.
And that's not all. For 20
all her
years
rights,
after
the masters,
Aaliyah's
everything.
Barry refused to release Aaliyah's music on streaming services, which led fans to start a Twitter campaign with the hashtag.
Then not only that, not only did he take the money, it's the greed. It's the spirit of greed. Not only did he take the money, but he held back the music on streaming platforms. I remember there were times where I wanted to listen to Aaliyah. I wanted to listen to Rock the Boat. Or Are You That Somebody? 1 in a million, 1 in a million. Oh, what was this song? 1 in a million, yeah. But I couldn't listen to it. I had to go to YouTube. I'm not paying for YouTube Plus so I can lock my phone and listen to it. Barry was holding out on streaming after he got the money. Was still being stingy with her music. This is the uncle.
Free Aaliyah's music. Finally, in 2021, Blackground Records signed a distribution
After
deal with
20
Empire to
years.
release Aaliyah's last 2 albums and several singles.
20
However, Aaliyah's
years.
estate, which is run by her mom Diane and her brother Rashid, objected to the release and issued a statement claiming that Barry signed the deal without any transparency or full accounting to the estate. But honestly, it seems like there are no innocent parties here, and it sounds like the whole family betrayed Aaliyah for profit. Fans are now saying we need a full investigation and a proper documentary of Aaliyah's death, because if Barry and the rest of the family turned a blind eye to what R. Kelly did to Aaliyah, is it really that much of a stretch to believe that they were also involved in her death? They need to investigate Barry Hankerson for Aaliyah's death.
They need to investigate the whole goddamn family, bro. The whole family. Put under a fine microscope.
One fan said. And another fan added, someone should dig into Barry and see what skeletons fall out of his closet. Birds of a feather flock together. But we want to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think Barry is really involved
I
in
agree.
Aaliyah's death?
Dame Dash Dame Dash needs to tell them to reopen that case.
And what about the rest of her family? Comment down below and don't miss out on this next video.
Man, I really just, I feel bad because Aaliyah didn't deserve that. She was a beautiful girl. She had a lot of talent, man. And the rabbit hole for Aaliyah runs so deep that I was saying like maybe Aaliyah was maybe a sacrifice for Jay-Z, because around this time Beyonce was coming up with her debut album, I think Dangerously in Love. So, and Jay-Z had a hand in this too. I think that's another video. I'm gonna get into that because, like I said, the rabbit hole for this runs very deep. I know Jay-Z was in this too. Jay-Z, Dame Dash was in this too, as well as R. Kelly. I know that her, and there was a lot of competition going on. They were saying that Aaliyah may have been bigger than Beyonce. I know that you guys remember hearing that. I know that you guys have heard that before. That if Aaliyah was still alive today, she would have been bigger than Beyonce, or even as big as Beyonce. Because when Aaliyah was alive, they made the same type of music back in those days, I guess I should say. So I'm just like, this right here goes to show you how deep a rabbit hole can get, and goes to show you how greedy people really are. And they will do anything. They'll do anything for a quick dollar, a quick buck. Anything. Like, one thing I noticed, like, with all the money that you accumulate here on earth, you cannot buy your way into heaven. God sees all. He knows all. He sees all evil. Knows about all evil. Nothing is hidden from God. There's nothing new under the sun. People have been doing this. But you can't buy your way into heaven. And people are so evil. They'll do anything for a quick buck. I mean, pimp this girl out to the highest bidder. And the highest bidder in her case was our R. Kelly. Robert Sylvester Kelly was the highest bidder in Aaliyah's case. He was the highest bidder. He was. Pimped her out to a known pedophile. And you mean to tell me y'all didn't know what he was doing to her? Man, get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. It's very sick. Man, Hollywood just gets weirder and weirder and weirder and weirder. He just got greedy from her death. You got the 90 million and you were stubborn to release the music, knowing that the fans wanted to release the music, and then you released it. Then you didn't talk to the family. You probably most likely didn't even share the 90 million with her estate. And even in her estate, the mother is sketchy. Like, everyone needs to be questioned. The whole family gave that girl away. I don't know. I'm done talking. Let me know what y'all think. Like, share, comment, subscribe on this video. And yeah. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.